Paula White is dangerous. Numbers don't lie. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower, the friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower, inviting you to the Gospel Truth channel for another breakdown to help you guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, and be your own guru. Savan Soso says numbers don't lie, people lie and manipulate the fluid of numbers to support their beep crock. And I agree with that 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a new watcher, I support you being here. Appreciate you being here. I salute you. If you are a person that watches on a regular basis, I also salute you and thank you for being here and encourage you to meditatively ask if you should be a sponsor financially. All you have to do is click the $ underneath where you put in your name or your comments, or you can go to jeffreydaugherty.com and support there as well through PayPal. And please do hit the like button while you are here. And before we get started, let me call your attention to something that's very important to me, and I think is going to be very, very helpful to you. And that is, of course, this is jeffreydaugherty.com. That is the seminar on December 10th, 2017. And it's the What to Do When You're Dead gathering and seminar in Clearwater, Florida, with myself, also Heidi Vandenberg. You can RSVP at christianwhistleblower@gmail.com, 1280 Lakeview Road, Clearwater, Florida, in the clubhouse. There's a morning session starting at 11. There's a luncheon, and then there'll be afternoon session as well. Understanding death and how to navigate the afterlife plane. Vedic astrology seminar and many readings, group guided meditation. And you can see we've got the new crystal ball over my left shoulder, so we'll probably be breaking that out as well. Featuring Heidi Vandenberg, the young Oracle Vedic life coach who's scheduled to attend. $25 per person. Dan of Overwatch Channel will also be in attendance. And he says he'll be giving some type of a little seminar or a presentation for us as well. If you'd like to reserve your place, all you have to do is click right there. It'll take you back to here, and you hit the donate button. And that takes you over to this page. You donate with PayPal. And then, as many of you have done today, and I appreciate it, just put seminar so I know how to put this and direct it to where it goes, and I can keep track on how many people are RSVPing. So thank you for doing that. And whoops, see what I'm trying to learn how to do is talk about the crystal ball. But let's get back to jeffreydaugherty.com for a second and back to the seminar for a second. Hillary has given us some interesting and useful travel hacks. She says if you go to Expedia, if you're flying in for the seminar, you can get better flights prices by choosing one way versus round trip. She got flights $81 to Tampa, $88 from Tampa. She was able through Groupon to get to the Clearwater Beach hotel right on the Gulf for $57 a night. Folks, any hotel on Clearwater Beach is within 5 miles of the location of the seminar. So she got three nights plus her tax and fees for less than $200. That's a great deal. Uber rates from Tampa over to the hotel in Clearwater Beach, $60. From the hotel over here to the seminar, she says $20. So she says it's less than $450 above all, for all the above flights, hotel, and your Uber. And that excludes the obvious eating, drinking, stuff like that. So just an idea that is shared on the website for you. $25 per person to attend. I know that's not enough. And I don't mean to cheapen the seminar, but I did want to make it possible for as many people to come as possible. So there you go. Heidi Vandenberg, yours truly, Dan from Overwatch Channel. Boom, there you go. Now, back to the show of the day. Back for the show of the day. We're talking about Paula White, who is dangerous. The numbers do not lie. I did her numerology, and I'm telling you, the numbers do not lie. I want to show you exactly what I found with the numerology for Paula White. And I did want to show you that I didn't just put this into a computer system or something and just wing it. I actually did the math on her numbers. Here's more math on her numbers. You can see me practicing sigils too for the candles. So I did the math on Paula White. And I need to get a better camera. I did the math on Paula White. And Paula White was born Paula White Furr, F-U-R-R, or Fuhrer, whichever it may be. And Paula White in her life path is a number 1. And the negative aspects of a number 1 life path are that they are self-serving, they are dominant, and they are dictatorial. If you know anything about the life and career of Paula White, she has proven herself over to be self-serving. She's proven herself to be dominant. She's proven herself to be dictatorial. And interestingly enough, she was born in Tupelo, Mississippi, which is also the birthplace of Elvis Presley. So I found that to be rather interesting. But she has the propensity to be self-serving, the propensity to be dominant, and the propensity to be a dictator due to her number 1 life path. I do have her birth date, I do have her birthplace, but I was unable to find her time. Yeah, Aurora, that's funny because people will always, there's some people that will just dislike because it's me. I could get up here and say puppies are cute and I'll get a couple thumbs down. I didn't find her time. Now, let's talk about her destiny number. And I did her destiny number 2 ways. I did her destiny number from her birth name, Paula Michelle Fuhrer, or Furr, whichever it is. And she came out again a 1. Self-centered, dominant, dictatorial, double 1. That's very interesting. And then I also did it with White as her last name. And she came out with a 3. And 3s can be superficial. It's pretty bad when you can't read your own writing. 3s can be superficial. They can be intolerant. They can be overambitious. They can be impatient, and they can be critical. Very, very interesting talking about her being overambitious. Let's take a look at something. I want to show you. I wasn't going to do this, but let's take a look at this anyway because it's very interesting. Paula White. Let's go to her Wikipedia page. The Paula White Wikipedia page. Interesting background, to say the very least. You can see she was born Paula White Kane because she's been married 3 times. White, Kane, and now this new husband. I forget what his name is, but he's in a band. He's a keyboard player. He's the one that got up on stage at the church and said that he and her like to watch porn to heat up their sex life, which is what you always want to hear from your preacher. Paula White, Pentecostal, currently senior pastor of the New Destiny Christian Center in Apopka, Florida. I want to see if I can pull that up. New Destiny Christian Center, Apopka, Florida. I want to show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the satellite view here. You know that I lived, here's the church. You know that I lived in Orlando for a long time, and that's right down Apopka is right down the road. Apopka is Orlando, okay? And look at this area. It's a rural area. It's probably in Apopka, I would say it's probably 60, 70, maybe 80% African-American. And look at this sprawling church complex here. New Destiny Christian Center. Look at all the cars. And I'm looking for someone here in the Tampa Bay area that can help me by holding a camera. I'm going to go to some of these churches on Sundays. And I'm going to, get out here where it's not their property. And I'm going to do some old-fashioned street preaching. I'm going to talk about you don't have the original sin. You got the spark of divinity within. But this is New Destiny Christian Center. Super duper mega church in the middle of I'm not trying to cut down Apopka, but it's a poor area. It's an area that doesn't have a lot of money, and she is shystering these poor, good-hearted people left and right. So anyway, she's the pastor of the church in Apopka, Florida. She delivered one of the invocations at President Trump's inauguration. Now, she used to have a church called Church Without Walls that she supposedly founded with her husband, then husband, Randy White. Well, they got in some trouble at Without Walls. She, quote unquote, left it right before they declared bankruptcy. So when you're talking about Paula White being a person that numbers show she's self-centered, numbers show she's self-serving, numbers show she's dominant, numbers show she's dictatorial, numbers show that she is superficial, numbers shows that she's intolerant, that she's overambitious, she's impatient, she's critical. And as we get deeper into her numbers, she never finishes anything. She starts a church, she runs off before it falls apart. She's been married 3 times. She's impatient, she's critical. Her soul urge is a number 9. Selfish, arrogant, full of excuses. Let me show you something about full of excuses. Walls Without International filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The Evangelical Christian Credit Union, check this out. The Evangelical Christian Credit Union, who the church owed $30 million, called the filing a litigation tactic to prevent foreclosure on 2 church locations, including the one that White was pastoring. Now listen to this. She said she never filed bankruptcy. She had resigned from Church Without Walls. She had absolutely no part in it. Well, maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. But in 2011, she became senior pastor of the Church Without Walls. She was the pastor of both church locations. And in less than 3 years, this church filed for bankruptcy. When did Paula White leave Church Without Walls? When did Paula White leave Church Without Walls? Did she abandon her Without Walls church? See, she left right in the middle of the church filing for bankruptcy. That shows how superficial she is. That shows that she doesn't finish anything. That shows that she's impatient. It shows that she's overambitious. It shows that she's self-centered. It shows that she is self-serving. It shows that she's selfish. It shows that she's arrogant. It shows she's full of excuses. It shows she's not a finisher, and it shows that she is deeply dissatisfied. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Her personality number is a 6. They can be repressive. They can be clutching, as in grabbing and holding, and they can be very patronizing. So that's Paula White for you by the numbers. Paula White by the numbers. Her life path is a 1. Self-serving, dominant, dictatorial. Her destiny number as a Führer or a Führer is a 1. She's self-centered, dominant, dictatorial. As White, Paula Michelle White, she's superficial, intolerant, overambitious, impatient, and critical. Soul urge is a 9, selfish, arrogant, full of excuses, not a finisher, deeply dissatisfied. Personality number 6, repressive, clutching, patronizing. And there are positive aspects to those numbers as well, ladies and gentlemen. to be sure. And I have cherry-picked the bad part of her numbers. And I have cherry-picked the bad part of her numbers based upon the way that she has acted. When someone shows me who they are, ladies and gentlemen, I believe them. When someone shows me who they are, I simply believe them. And that's why I looked at the numbers and pulled out the aspects of Paula White that she has shown us to be true on a regular basis. I did not find her birth time. The last name is F-U-R-R or W-H-I-T-E. Jeff, your dedication and time is truly amazing. Send you love and blessings. Thank you, Spartan Gaming. Everyone send out good intentions to Spartan Gaming. I'm so happy she is in a 5. Who's Paula? Go back and watch the last show, Amanda. Aurora Rain sees a number 3 times a day. That's interesting. I do not like her. She's a snake in the grass. She's a very, very bad person. Travis says, why can't I have a church like that? You and me both, brother. It's truly amazing how you find these things. They always seem to ring true. Well, Spartan Gaming, that's what I do. That's why I'm the friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower. That's why I'm here doing what I do, and that's why you're here, and it's my pleasure to serve you. Funny how you can find out things with little research. People don't do research anymore. It's truly crazy to think how much money is put into a building when that money could be used for a real good to help many people's lives. Absolutely, positively true. And especially when you've got a huge mega church and a super poor community. That Apopka, by the way, is the home of Warren Sapp, NFL Hall of Famer. Good old Joe Lustein's another one of them. Absolutely. If I had that kind of money, yeah, such a random number. You should soak the ball. Yeah, I know. And thank you, Among Wolves. That makes sense. And I keep it in a box when I'm not on a show, but I want it to be out during the shows because I want it to inspire you. The Christian whistleblower blows the whistle yet again. Well, that's what I'm here for. And you can see behind me the crystal ball. We're going to get to work on that. You can see the pendulum. You can see the tarot cards. You can see the deck of cosmic initiation. You can see the divining rods. You can see the intention candle, or almost see it. I'm trying to get you to be a diviner because remember last night we saw the people that will defeat the artificial intelligence god are diviners. We're stones of a stone cut without hands. That's why I'm trying to get you to do it. I didn't know for sure. That's why I was trying to get you to do it till last night, but that was even better. Now that I know what I'm doing, I'm even better than I knew when I didn't know what I knew that I know now that I'm doing. Paula White is worth $5 million super conservatively among wolves. Super conservatively. I would say she's worth double that, maybe triple that. And I hate to say this because I do like President Trump, but this maneuver right here of Paula White filing bankruptcy to prevent foreclosure, she learned that from Donald Trump. And I'm not saying that's bad because Donald Trump is a great businessman. He's built, obviously, a great fortune, and he's doing a lot of great stuff, I think, for the country, but we're not talking about politics. But in his business practices, he has leveraged the standing bankruptcy laws to help him come out the best on taxes and financially. And personally, I don't have a problem with that. The income tax system in America is theft. And I have no problem with a man who has started with for them, $1 million loan. No, we don't think that's small, but for his dad and them, it was small, and turned it into $10 billion. He's paid so much money to the tax thieves that I don't mind if he uses legitimate standing laws and leverages them in the business world. To me, it's a different story. when a snake like Paula White leverages litigation tactics to prevent the foreclosure of locations and to defraud, folks, the Evangelical Christian Credit Union of $29 million. It's one thing when you're doing it in business, but the church isn't supposed to be business, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, I'm not showing you this. The church is not supposed to be business. She used a litigation tactic to file Chapter 11 to prevent the foreclosure of 2 church locations, and she defrauded the Evangelical Christian Credit Union of $29 million. I've never filed bankruptcy. I'd resigned from the church. I had absolutely no part. And she told that to, who'd she tell that to? She told that to CNN. That sounds like Donald Trump, because Donald Trump never did file personal bankruptcy. He used and leveraged existing bankruptcy laws. And I don't mind it in business, again, because the IRS is stealing from people. But this, I almost called her a bad word that starts with a B and rhymes with witch. I almost did. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's bad. Maybe I'm a bad person because I would call her that. And I'm sure somebody will beat me over the head with it and say I'm misogynistic and I'm a woman hater and all that stuff. But if anyone ever earned that, starts with a B, rhymes with witch, it's this one. Donald Trump leverages bankruptcy laws, and I don't care because the IRS has stole hundreds of millions at least from him. But this woman is not paying any taxes, ladies and gentlemen. She's hiding behind a 501c3 nonprofit status. And yet, she will still leverage litigation tactics to prevent foreclosure and defraud the Evangelical Christian Credit Union of $29 million. What kind of a person who claims to be a Christian will defraud the Evangelical Christian Credit Union? And you don't think she's a snake? I didn't file bankruptcy. Ladies and gentlemen, what a terrible individual she is. And I hope that Trump sees through her. I hope that this person doesn't really have any influence with Donald Trump. I hope he's just using her to leverage her demographic. I really do. To help himself with women, to leverage her demographic, and because they think a lot alike, and because he likes to look at her. And if that bothers you, too bad. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. Who is Trump? Lordy, lordy, lordy. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, boys and girls. There you go, children of all ages. That's all I got. Paula White, she's dangerous. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. I salute you for being here seeking after truth. I hope that you will guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, be your own gurus. I'll be back for more today. I've got some more good stuff cranked up. I'm not sure what I got cranked up, but I remember it's big. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, encouraging you to stay fearless, my friends, and saluting all of you that are here to unindoctrinate yourself.